matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new...
Yo, you back?
What?
Can do for you, as he'll be
I bet. I'm gonna go in field goal formation, and you can get to 30 or whatever.
Battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, right?
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. That leads to a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on their perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Wilson's got it complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Will Reichard on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today, fam.
Across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Black, 10, black, smash, red. Blue, strike.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sam Laporta with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way that you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Broncos now at 2-5 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all three phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Lamar Jackson, 45 yards. And the Broncos are once again back in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they certainly come the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
43. 43 red. Right. White.
Second down and inches. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
On the set. Fight. 97. Here we go. Yellow. Red. Yellow. Black ultra. Grill green. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Smack.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Cowboy
Watch
first
out.
down.
Ready.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
52 blue. Set.
Here's second and 8. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos force the turnover They'll take over at their own 27.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
We change it. No, we change it.
Here's Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Rashee Rice, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And these guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Cowboys 7. Will Whitehurst to kick off.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Evans, fast footwork. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
On the set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the...
Oh, he sheds himself free. Still fighting. Still going. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sam Laporta with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Cowboys 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This year.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Wait, we got it.
They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Felton. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ty Felton, 62 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Smash, red.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead.
Cowboys 22. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
Breaks through the contact. Oh, another great move. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Wait, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Red, 38. Red, yellow. Set.
They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Wilson, 27 yards. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. Denver offense at the line ready to go.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Field, black, ready. 60 red, 60 red. Right, right. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Black, 33, yellow.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Here we go, here we go. Red, 38. Claws red. Set.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Smash, red. Ready, ready. Red, cycle. Red, yep, ready.
They'll look to throw again. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, a big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws. And that's another one right there.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Drill, 52. Ready.
Off the option, here's Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half.
Broncos 23.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. 2nd and 10.
At the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Now Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
62 Bradford. Down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
10 cycles. Black, blue, 32. Set.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
38. Watch out.
Able to power through.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Backed up where they were on this side of the field. It was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the moment?
And plucked it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Cowboys are able to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it this. We may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ready?
2nd and 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Blue striker. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, 1.
2nd and 6.
Let's go. Ready.
Off tackle left with Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
On the double.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Yellow. Cut.
Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's eat old blue. Yellow, 22. Set, cut.
Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They start at the 32. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Another good game. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him now?
occasionally you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Jackson now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. A beautiful fake. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They go play action with Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Elijah Arroyo with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
36.
I should probably sign a head boy, because I got other heads.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Red. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. Derrick Henry all alone. He may go. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry, 66 yards. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Lamar changing the play.
No, we changed it.
To throw is Jackson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Broncos, 1st down.
Throwing, Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Mekhi Blackmon's got it. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going up top for Wilson, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking it in the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Claws red. Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Jackson. Open man right side is Rice.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Hey, Ozzie, sit hot. Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
Now Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? With Lamar Jackson,
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
it almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off.
Lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He's still on his feet. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
What it is? That's it. You. Hey, hey.
One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by